Bonjour, bonjour. Welcome back to my channel. I'm DMC. I'm a tattoo artist based in Atlanta. If you'd like to check some of my artwork, I'm going to put that below the link in my social media and my portfolio. I hope everybody's doing great today. Today, we're going to do a little thing of something very different. This is a mix of DMC and Yu-Gi-Oh! DMC me, not Devil May Cry. I'm saying DMC me as an artist and Yu-Gi-Oh! So, I'm gonna tell you guys really quick how did this happen. So I've been lately on a rabbit hole. So I've been watching these amazing, beautiful, aesthetic videos of art. At the same time, I've been indulging, loving it, because since I've been trying new markers and all that, as most of you guys know, I'm a tattoo artist, but before I was a tattoo artist, I'm an artist, so I enjoy all these videos. But I was thinking to myself, why don't I give it a try to make a aesthetic looking Yu-Gi-Oh video of art, right? So currently I am on Master Duel trying to fix or create a Dragtron deck. So I know I have to work extra to make this deck, because I thought I pulled everything, but I didn't pull that much. So we're still working on the Dragtron deck on Master Duel. I definitely want to bring something else on Master Duel as a deck. Show you guys Varudra on action, so definitely I want to do that. But today we're doing something I really love, and you guys know I love Yu-Gi-Oh! So imagine Yu-Gi-Oh! and art together in one video. I'm gonna show a few video clips. I'm still working on the card that I mentioned that I was gonna create. Unfortunately, it takes a little longer because I work a full-time job. So and sometimes these tattoos takes a chunk of my time. Obviously, I'm working, so I get a little tired of my hand, and I am not able to draw. But I'm currently working on that Dragoon video. I'm gonna show a little clip of what currently the drawing looks. So, and then on the next video, hopefully crossing fingers, I can definitely show you guys what's this card I'm creating and how it would affect if this card was real on a duel with Dragoon. So anyways, today I'm trying to make a video aesthetically pleasing, very demure, and showing you guys a brand of colors. While I'm doing that, we're going to be talking about Summon Skull. So Summon Skull, I've been drawing Summon Skull. Well, I think lately I have 3 drawings of Summon Skull. I'm gonna post a video of the one on my sketchbook, which is my favorite. And then I know in this channel I did another Summon Skull, what I was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, I think. So the very first one, that I did was the one that I put it on the video, which was with Copic markers. And the latest one that I've done is I'm gonna post a video of how this Summon Skull is. Just that it sometimes does its justice, but this is currently Summon Skull in Big Pen, and now we're gonna be doing like a chibi Summon Skull on using these acrylic markers that I got for Christmas. So anyways, let's get into it. So I'll be showing you guys the drawing and the process. We'll be talking about Summon Skull and also how it impacted the Yu-Gi-Oh kind of meta. Not kind of meta, but I was there when as you guys know how old I am. Obviously, if you know Yu-Gi-Oh like OG GOAT meta, you know how old you are. You know, you're not younger than around your 30s, okay? So I was I was in France when Yu-Gi-Oh came out. So back then everything was like about getting the cards, and I chose, do you know when you have the starter of Pokemon, you have Salamesh, which is Charmander, you have Bulbasaur, which is Bulbizarre, which is Bulbasaur, and Carapuce, which is Squirtle. Well, in Yu-Gi-Oh it was Dark Magician, which is Yami or Yugi set, and Kaiba, which is the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I chose the Dark Magician. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of the Dark Magician. And that set, Summon Skull was in it. Definitely. So here I'm showing you guys a little, trying to be aesthetically looking. I am showing you guys, I currently own I have a bunch of sketchbooks, to be honest, but these are my 3 that I'm always carrying. So I have the one that I'm just doing for fun, a sticker paper. As you guys can see, I already did Yami as a tattoo artist, and here you can kind of see the outline of Summon Skull. The papers are very thick. When I mention thick, they're thick. This one is more about realism. I try to do anything that have to do with kind of like with color Faber-Castell pencils, kind of going for like oil paints kind of style, trying to still practice my realism. And then this one is the sketchbook that has been a little expensive, and this one is the one I'm working on. The Dragoon card is still the outline, but from there I'm planning on sending it to my Photoshop and editing it more so it actually look like a card. So here I'm just trying to show you guys that I want to decorate my sketchbook, because I saw that a lot of on YouTube, when you're creating your new sketchbook, you have to kind of decorate it or not. I'm very simplistic. So these are from Anime Weekend Atlanta, and I didn't want to touch them, but at the same time, I wanted to decorate them. So these are just, I'm currently showing you guys the artist, her Patreon, which hopefully soon I'll subscribe to her Patreon to support her. But yeah, so I decided to choose those because they kind of look like margaritas. Bruh. But yeah, I was trying to show you guys decorating the sketchbook. Currently the 3 sketchbooks that I'm owning. So I do anime and I do realism and illustration. What is the difference between the 3? Realism is more like personal, kind of and being more anatomy correct and going close to kind of a real oil paint. And anime, obviously Yu-Gi-Oh and all that kind of anime, and illustration is kind of a merge of between the 2. So on Christmas I got these I think it's called Shutter, there you go, Shutter ink markers, oil paint, but I just it's acrylic pens. So the story about Summon Skull and what happened with me is that for me, was my top was Dark Magician, Summon Skull, and the Cursed Dragon. The reason I was always using Summon Skull is obviously we know Summon Skull is easier to use because you only have to use just one tribute. Compared to Dark Magician, you have to do 2. And I think that's where I saw that on the beginning of Yu-Gi-Oh! It was all about, the problem was the monsters were getting leveled up on attack, and then what was the problem? Like for example, we were going up, like it used to be 700, 600 attack, and now it became to like around like 2,500. So that's why they start restraining with doing tributes, which I thought it was fascinating. I didn't know that. So that was a problem that was happening, and then that's when they start having the normal monsters and so to have effects, so it can make more challenging, which is funny because now thinking about it, there is a huge difference of problems. Back then you could use Potter Greed. We have Potter Greed to 3, we have Raigeki, and we have Dark Hole to 3. I think we currently are limited to 1, which is funny because these cards are limited when there's other problems, that other cards have problems, so other cards are the problem. So it's interesting to see how they still feel like these cards, or these go meta cards, are still the problem, or are very, very strong. So here I'll be just inking Summon Skull. I'm gonna be using Copic ink liner, so just to make sure it actually sits the line, because sometimes since this paper is too thick, it's a multimedia paper, so it's actually, you can paint on this paper, it's sometimes a little thick to grab the ink. So anyways, back to Summon Skull. So on the Summon Skull text, the card says, a fiend with dark powers of confusing the enemies. Among the fiends type monsters, this monster boost considerable force. This card has been always treated as an Arc Fiend card. Interesting. And then here I can see that 2002 on janvier, février, mars, I think it was on March 2002 March, he was in the starter Yugi pack. That's where I'm gonna tell you guys, it was on the starter deck of Yugi. I remember you only had one of him and you had the Dark Magician coming up. And then the same year on July, it was June. July is the 7th. On June, it was on Metal Raiders. I remember about that one. I remember when I was in Toys R Us and they were having on Toys R Us back then Metal Raiders. It was interesting. And then on the same year, on October 2000, obviously I'm saying same year, which is 2002, I wasn't still on Friends. Booster pack tint 2002 was Summon Skull there as well. And then on 2004, that's when you see starter deck Yugi Evolution. So same thing, but obviously for 2 years after. And then in the same year on October, he was found also on the Dark Beginning 1. So here I'm gonna share my screen so you guys can see at the same time. We're currently on anniversary pack, and then the 2009 Duelist pack Yugi as well. So here you can see where he was found. So on 2002 he was ultra rare, on secret rare was on these 2 years, and then a year in 2009 he was secret rare, and then on 2011 demo deck, which same year rare, just on rare. And then on 2012 legendary collection 3 Yu-Gi-Oh World Mega pack was on secret rare. Interesting. And then on 2013 legendary collection for Joey's World Mega Pack. If you guys, obviously you guys know why, but on Joey's is because Summon Skull was part of Joey. Summon Skull was not part of Joey's deck, but because of Red Eyes Black Dragon and it mixed with a Summon Skull, that's why he belongs in that deck. So still I won't consider it to be on Joey's deck, but it's kind of was part of the Yu-Gi-Oh universe, Anyways, 2013 starter deck Yu-Gi-Oh Reload normal demo deck 2015, and then in the same year 2015 on September Yugi's legendary deck Millennium pack on 2016, and then on 2023. So I remember this is when it was on 2000, it was during the Rona. It was during the Rona that I came back to Yu-Gi-Oh. So on Millennium pack, we were Metal Raiders 25th anniversary edition on ultra rare. That was on 23, was 2 years ago. And then he was found on 23 again, the same year on August. Is that a 6?
Bruh.
Let's say yes, the same year on Speed Dueling Street of Battle City on secret rare. And then we're just gonna go ahead and do this one on last year on the quarter century Bonsai. They had in quarter century secret rare. Beautiful. And then just here on platinum secret rare on the Bonsai. So that's a little backstory of where and when what time was he out in the streets, So he was here. You guys can see all the kind of like background cards related, since he's an Arc Fiend. So So here I'm gonna show you guys which color I'm gonna use based on the color swatching that I did on the side, because these are acrylic markers. I haven't used acrylic markers, so this is my first time impression. I mostly do is Copic or Faber-Castell or Prismacolors because I like to sketch a lot, so I like to do the filling and the sketching. But acrylic were interesting to use, so as you guys see, I'm gonna cover a little myself there, but I try to do as carefully as I can, because unfortunately, since it's acrylic, they overlay the black line or the line that you are like the bold lines, and I don't like that. So it was interesting to see. It doesn't go through. That's the best part. It doesn't bleed through the page, which is good, because if it bleeds through the page, you already know the next page is done, and you're trying to use as much as you can from these sketchbooks. So I am there just carefully using it, try to see if I could just get around it, but at the end I know I have to re-ink Summon Skull, because it goes it overlays the lines, it overlays the line work, which I don't like that. So I'm gonna leave you guys in a minute there so you guys can see, appreciate. Obviously here they have like I'm show a list of the cards that they have for the Arc Fiend set, which they have the Arc Fiend Black Skull Dragon, Arc Fiend Cavalry Arc Fiend Commander, Arc Fiend Imperial, the first Lord of Horror, not whore. Arc Fiend Giant, Arc Fiend Ares. Jesus Christ. Maybe I should not be reading this card. Arc Fiend Palabrith. Arc Fiend Ascent. Arc Fiend's The Awakening. Arc Fiend Arc Fiend's Call. So what I found fascinating is it's not called Summon's Call, it's called Arc Fiend, and I'm pretty sure, and I think a lot of people know the translations from Japanese to American or English, it has a kind of switched. So it used to be Dark Magician. No. On English is the Black Magician. I think it's called the Black Magician, but in America they decided to put Dark Magician because they felt like it was a little too a little too dark. So they have changed a lot of things from Japan or Japanese or Asian to the American style. Also, I know they updated, and I know we all know that they sometimes change the design of the characters. For example, the Dark Magician girl have a cross, the dark magic cross one, the star, and here in America they removed it. I remember that for sure. So I'm not sure if that's have to do something because Summon Skull, I don't, comment down below what do you guys think. Why is it called just Arc Fiend instead of Summon Skull? So here I'm just showing you guys so far have I gone with these acrylic marker. Definitely not going as demure as I thought this video was gonna look, to be honest, and it's very interesting because I was expecting I was expecting this video to be more like, hello you guys, today I'm gonna show you guys how these markers look on paper. But no, I'm just going over it. I don't know, I'm not feeling it, and I'm just here talking about the story of our man Summon Skull and his cards. So it have 3 designs. Interesting. So I forgot to mention, it have a very the 3 designs. I know there is other, but there is the what's it called, the artwork. Before my head is going away. Kind of like illustration. So they have, I'm gonna share this and pause for a minute the video of this artistic lady drawing, and here I'll show you guys the alternative. There you go, the alternative artwork. Finally found it. So they have this one, which is the original. It's from the manga. interesting. This is from the manga, and they brought it as the card. That's actually how the manga looks. When I say the manga, is before the anime was released. So the anime made a lot of changes, but the original manga is like that. I definitely love it more. It's more frightening, and I get it why they changed it, because it's for kids. And then they have the other alternative art, which is the Summon Skull like that. I find it nice, not my type. You know, I am a big fan of the first one. You know, it's just the OG, but they do have 3 alternative art, which this one came first, obviously, as the manga. It was not released first, but this was drawn first. So this is the original one from the manga. This one was the one that was released when the anime on 2002, and then this is what we got later on. So we're currently on this kind of, I'm like stressful. I'm not feeling these markers, but I think if you're coloring on a like picture book or something like that, that's fun. But when you do the lines and you just don't like when it's overlaying. Well, anyways, while I'm drawing, as you guys can see, I am currently looking at some decks that they're showing. Obviously, there's a bunch of deck list of people that have posted. You guys can see my frustration. This is not Demure, girl. This is not Demure. I think I forgot that I was recording. I don't know what the hell happened. So the last updated deck that we have currently here, I'm gonna show you guys in a minute, because it says 2025, which is this year, and it was updated on Master Duel. And give me a minute, because this is gonna be fun. So it says Master Duel, and currently, please do not copy my deck. Because it says evil hero. Well, I'm not very into heroes, so let's look at Red Eyes Dragon. They do remove card maxi, remove forbidden card maxi. Oh, because it's so they have the Nibiru. They have, oh shoot, not the right thing to click. They have Red Eyes Black Dragon. Damn, they do have what? 3. This guy went for 3. They went for 3 Red Eyes Fusion. Damn. Okay, well, if you want to see it. And they have 2 Poly and Harpy's Feather Duster. And wow. And obviously the interesting. Well, I can barely see it from here. And here, oh well, obviamente, este pendejo. He have 2 Dragoons. He have the Fiend one. And but doesn't have any, like, dude. This is what they only have 1 Summon Skull, dude. 1 Summon Skull. Everything is Red Eyes Dragon, and but why is it in there? If it's right, it's funny. Anyways, that was interesting. Like, you can see my Exodia Fun deck. You can see kind of like what people had posted from Master Duel. Okay, this one does have more kind of like a Summon Skull or Arc Fiend. They do have heroes, obviously. Oh, they have Jinzo. That's another interesting one. Jinzo was controversial, dude. Jinzo. They have polymerization, Super Poly, obviously. It's in Monster Reborn. But they do have just like more heroes. I see more heroes than anything. So there, currently I just finished doing the first layer. It looks good from far away. It looks good, but definitely we'll have to go over the lines for this Summon Skull little drawing. I will have to choose a lighter, which is the purple, because Summon Skull had kind of a purple tone on his areas, like the light areas. That's when I just noticed that, you know, it's a good, for kids is good to play with these markers, but definitely if you want to just, you know, go super artistic, it needs more variety, you know. So I'm just here trying to show and you guys, I don't know how to do this, okay? I'm just trying to like calm down, we're just gonna have fun. So I'm just showing you guys my tragic story using these markers. And I haven't learned my lesson to like try things before making videos. So I'm like, it's okay, it's giving that vibes of purple, which is fine. But yeah, I think it did its work. So it did its work. It looks good. It's okay. It's fine. But it's just for content, you guys know. It's just for content, trying to fill in my sketchbook of Yu-Gi-Oh artwork. So in this part, I'm just a little stressed. I'm just gonna punch someone. But currently, how Summon Skull looks like, I am going to start inking this area because I feel like the marker had kind of diluted the outline, and I'm a person that I love bold black lines on an artwork, just like a manga frame or anything kind of like on drawing. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go over it and finish everything with what's it called, with Copic markers or Faber-Castell pencils. But definitely this was fun talking to you guys while showing you guys my tragic moments, because I was trying to do some fan art and trying to do like those artistic cute videos, but we start all somewhere, right? And it was funny because I was trying to look on the internet. I was on YouTube. I was working on some videos. I was drawing, and I wanted to listen to a like cozy fan art video, and I didn't want it to listen to a deck or something, because I've been listening to a lot of things of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm like, I'm gonna take a little pause. So I decided to just look on YouTube for fan art of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I didn't find a channel dedicated to draw like only Yu-Gi-Oh. So comment down below if you guys know any channel that does only Yu-Gi-Oh artwork on Sketchbook. That will be fun, because the only thing I seen is that a lot of people have Jujutsu Kaisen, Haikyuu, and like the Spider-Verse is a lot of things, but nothing Yu-Gi-Oh. And that's what I found on conventions. There's not like artwork dedicated to Yu-Gi-Oh, which put me a little like sad, because I love Yu-Gi-Oh. So it was fun also to just try to do that. I'm trying to be that channel, I guess. But also just seeing the years kind of brought me memories, while we were looking at the Summon Skull when they appeared 2002. I remember I was in France. I remember how this anime, like, let's be honest, Yu-Gi-Oh impacted a lot of artists. That's why I am a tattoo artist, because before I was a tattoo artist, I'm an artist obviously, but it's like Yu-Gi-Oh impacted so much that I wanted to be an artist. I remember when it was Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and I still love both. I love Pokemon, but I feel like I lean more to Yu-Gi-Oh because I love monsters. I love how, like, like Summon Skull, for example, the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh was so bold, so like when you saw the Dark Magician lift, like not lifting, but coming out of the field, like so bold, his face was like so and then Celtic Guardian looks so amazing. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was so cool to see how the difference of two art styles. And I was like, you know what? I'm more into Yu-Gi-Oh because that's my style. If you guys know, I play Brendan. I play kind of like monsters. And Yubel looks amazing. And it's because I'm more into like monsters than in like waifus. And it's so funny. I think the only kind of like cute looking thing was, or kind of like human looking, is the Dark Lords, and I love the Dark Lords, but I'm more into like dragons, fiends, monsters, and it's so captivating. So I definitely have to thank a lot on like Yu-Gi-Oh because it inspired me since I was little to be an artist. And seeing the ages, like the years, and remembering going to Toys R Us to get the the cards. And as soon as I got to America, I remember the first thing I wanted to go is Toys R Us, and that's when I was like, oh my god, it's memories, you know. Yu-Gi-Oh is part of my memories, and that's what I tell a lot of people when I listen to System Off and Down. It reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh because that was the same time that System Off and Down, I was listening to System Off and Down, and at the same time I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh was when I moved to United States. So definitely this was a fun experience with you guys. I'm trying to be that the mirror channel of Yu-Gi-Oh, but I guess mine is too chaotic. I probably next time should show another set of material that I know how to use, so we can just share and we can talk about the next monster. I am still working on Dragoon. Maybe we can next video talk about Dragoon and the card that we'll do, or we can do another monster and talk about it when it was released and the archetype and so on. So that could be fun. We could do some research, all of us together. But definitely for me, Summon Skull holds a very special place in my heart because I think we all share the same card at the beginning. I think we all started with Summon Skull, so we can all relate with Summon Skull, that he's the papa, one of our papa. So it's like you see a shadow of Summon, like the outline of Summon Skull, you already know it's Summon Skull. You cannot be like, who's that? You know, who's that Pokemon? That's actually Summon Skull. So anyways, comment down below what do you guys think about this video. I'm just trying to do things and do artwork and Yu-Gi-Oh at the same time. So comment down below what do you guys think. I'm still working on my Drytron deck, okay? I'm not taking a pause. Hopefully I'll post tomorrow a new video or Friday, one of these two. Stay tuned, and I'm gonna go live stream on here and Twitch because I have to work on Twitch too. I haven't been in Twitch in like 11 months. So anyways, thank you very much for watching, you guys. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Au revoir, à la prochaine.